Hello guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 16 of Ousama Ranking of Kings. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, and join me in this super amazing adventure. Okay, in the previous episode we saw that Domas decided to protect the Boggi. Let's see what's going to happen now. Are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. Ah, Domas doesn't know her. Oh, I hope he's not going to reveal it, huh? Does he remember about her? His mom! Oh my! So it's true! But she didn't do anything to Boggi, right? Of course, but... No! She wanted to kill him! Oh no! No! Oh my! This is tremendous. Fortunately, Boggi couldn't hear. Miraggio. Whoa! Oh, what the F? She was attacked by them. By the same people. Oh, that's the demon. I mean, he knows. He knows what we are talking about. We still... Oh. What does this mean? Oh no, Gigan now is a friend of Boggi, yes. No, now he's his friend because he helped him. Yeah, of course. Oh. Oh, this is so bad. I understand why Gigan felt so bad about this, because he saw what happens since you are young, let's say. No, look, now I'm shocked. Oh yeah. But look, they were attacked even from behind. Oh. Oh, I was expecting this because, of course, traitor? No, you were torturing his people. I can understand the Gigan totally. And now, thanks to Boji, he found himself once again because he found a kind person. Oh, one of those soldiers we could see the. Yeah, but there was a reason why he became something like this. This is something bad. And they keep laughing. Oh! Yeah, but that's not an excuse. Oh! See? That's why Gigan now stays on Boji's side. Oh, yeah. Whoa! You don't touch him. Never in the world. Try as much as you want. Oh! Hey, you should listen carefully. I love it. Oh, yes. Yes, he was trained by your brother. Yes, of course. That's you should listen more. Whoa! Oh! Um, he gave him his experience. Oh! What the F? It's already destined that it is. You can't. No, no, you will see with your own eyes that you can't. Oh no, a Despa! Despa! Oh, look. I was thinking something like this that Boji one day wanted to go against the boss, alright? But. Oh, look, I feel a little bit bad right now because I understand what Despa said, but at the same time. And in fact, he is realizing it. Oh, so that was their brother? And that's the same soldier that we saw the eye only. He is not an incompetent. Gigan say yes, because this is the first time that, yes, then he already told you that you are next to him right now, from now on. Plus, he's the first time. It's the first time for you that you find a friend. Oh, yes! Yes, because you protected him instead of making him as a slave. Oh, yes. Mm. He is low. Huh? Oh, yeah. But Boji knows them because he saw them. Oh! Okay, I thought he was killed. They are from Miranjo. Oh, wow. No, I thought they were from Miranjo, but no, they are... Okay, no. This! Even if Gigan is going, he will help you in the future when you need. That's so important. I mean, my heart is yours. Oh, Boji. But he can't hear you. I mean, Boji. Yes! Yes. Good job, Hokuro. I think you are the second friend of Boji. Yes. Yes. What about you, Boji? I think you can. I know. I know. Because he put all his heart to this person and he was betrayed. Yeah, you just have to be patient, but I'm pretty sure in the future he will. He will forgive you, but it's still not that time. Yes. Yes. I know, Kage, and for you to say something like this, it's even better. I mean, it's something else. That's great. Instead of making lots of stairs. Yeah. Oh, Kage is super amazing. Look, the best friend. What the F? It's okay because he is confident with his consciousness. Yes, yes. Oh, Hokuro is super great. Yes. It's time to prove, Boji, that you're there for him. Oh no. What do we do now? This is something that is on another level. Okay, this episode was incredible. First of all, we got in touch with Miranjo's background story a little bit. And we saw that actually she killed Boji's mom. But at the same time, she was killed by the same people she was guiding. And at that time, you see that she's getting in touch with that demon, the same demon that was inside King Bosse. So let me analyze 1 second what happened here. Miranjo was going against Boggi's mom. That means even King Bosse, because Boggi's mom was his wife. So she wanted to kill her. But why did she want to kill her specifically and not the King Bosse? Because in that scene, we couldn't see him. So it means that maybe she wanted to kill the queen, that means Boggi's mom, because she was jealous of her, because she expected to be King Bosse's wife instead. And once she discovered that he married somebody else, she decided to attack her, to kill her on purpose. She thought that by killing her, she could have become the queen after her. But then we know that she was suggesting healing as if nothing happened. Does King Bosse know that she was the one who killed his wife? Because all these things are so important, let me tell you. At the same time, Boggi knows who Miranjo is. He knows because he remembers. And as I told you many times, people who are deaf, people who cannot talk as other people, they can develop this great sensitivity that we people who can hear, who can talk and things like this don't have. And in fact, no matter if he was really young, thanks to this sensitivity he developed, he remembers just the detail of his mom saying out loud, Miranjo! And of course, I think that Boggi could see the lips of what she was saying as much as he remembers her because he saw her touching the demon. Miranjo gets in touch with this demon. And of course, this demon next to her is promising her something. As much as this is the perfect representation of the pact with the devil, maybe, in which the devil, by promising her some other things, a great power and all these things, he condemned her forever inside the mirror. And that mirror she is confined into was also the tool that was used by Miranjo to tell these warriors who were guided by her that everything was fine once they were killing the queen. But Miranjo is coming from outside together with all these men. Why? I mean, she was supposed to stay next to King Bosse. This is still a question mark, and of course they are starting letting us understand all the story, so we have to wait some episodes that are coming next in order to understand everything. But the good thing is that Boggi saw that demon, or saw this reddish thing getting in touch with her. So I think that he understands that Miranjo is not the only one here that is the problem. But the main problem is this demon who is trying to catch Miranjo's attention, and at the same time, maybe Miranjo, by being tricked by this demon, she was suggested to find King Bosse, to get in touch with King Bosse, to be friendly with King Bosse, especially after the queen's death, and to ask Miranjo to ask Bosse if it was good for him to be possessed by this creature, because this creature could grant him a great power that was not just the power of a giant, but was also a power that he couldn't develop without. So Bosse, by being tricked once again by this demon, etc., etc., he became so strong, the strongest, and actually when he died, this demon passed to Boggi. So that's why maybe even Boggi can develop this immense strength based on his training with the Despa, etc., etc., and even the Despa could catch all this power inside him for the same reason. I mean, for the fact that this demon was helping Boggi to be super strong. But at this point, I don't understand why now Despa is agreeing with Desha, or they are trying to make a sort of agreement in which they are thinking that the best thing to do is that Boggi goes against the Bosse. Because if this demon was transferred to him, why do they want to do so? Maybe because Bosse is still tricked by Miranjo? Or another thing at this point is that Miranjo, without telling anything to King Bosse, decided to help this demon by hearing what he was suggesting her to do, and that meant to possess Bosse's body, and after Bosse's death, Boggi's body. I still have to understand why now Despa and Desha are agreeing with what they are saying. I mean, I imagined before, I told you already, I imagined that Boggi one day was about to confront Bosse, because Bosse knows already from Miranjo that he is the greatest. So, once again, is Bosse doing all these things in order for his son to shine? By becoming the culprit, by becoming the evil side that has to be defeated on purpose? Then, another question that I have. Miranjo was outside together with other people. And then these people were attacking Miranjo too. So these people then were supposed to become the people under King Bosse. But King Bosse maybe doesn't know that those people were also going against Miranjo too. And maybe those people were just saying that that was just an accident and things like this, and Bosse preferred to believe them instead of her. And that's why Miranjo now wants to take her revenge, because Bosse preferred to believe them instead of her, or preferred to believe those people, corrupted people, who killed her, instead of trying to understand why she was killed. Maybe because Miranjo was always loyal to him, etc., etc., but at the same time she was also betrayed by him too. I don't know, there are these fragments, okay, of things, but the most important thing is that Miranjo is definitely connected with this demon. And also the fact that Miranjo told King Bosse, you need to have another son because this power has to be transferred. And you need another wife because the Titan, of course, that means Bojji's mama, could have had only one son and she couldn't have other babies. And by forcing Bosse to have another son, that imposition came from the demon inside Bojji, or anyway, inside King Bosse at that time. So Miranjo has this great connection with this demon. And at the same time, now Desha and Despa are saying that the most important problem here is the demon. So they want Bojji to confront King Bosse, and at the same time they can reach the demon. Because by confronting the two, Bojji, who has the demon inside himself, can be released or can have these. Do you remember also that Bojji can have this super amazing attack that can be used just a few times? So maybe Despa trained him like this because he was expecting that later, thanks to this super powerful attack, he could release this demon so they can defeat this demon too. I don't know, I'm still confused about all this situation, but at that time when I was watching the episode and Despa was saying let's put Bojji against the boss, I was like, oh, okay, I understood that maybe it's something for good, but is it also something bad happening? I mean, I hope that Despa is still loyal to Bojji and he's doing what he's doing for his own sake and for the kingdom's sake. And then another thing I wanted to say at this point was that the demon confining Miranjo inside the mirror, because maybe this demon once again was proposing her. I mean, he was promising her eternal life because by living inside of a mirror she will not grow older. So is this a promise, the fact that she was accepting the fact that to have an eternal beauty or an eternal life by being confined into the mirror, and while she was found inside the mirror and she was surrounded by darkness, she understood that she was tricked? Was this demon in contact with the boss, and together with the boss they decided to confine her inside the mirror so she could be staying over there forever, and at this point Miranjo felt tricked by King Bosse? See, all these things, I mean, I'm thinking all the options possible, but at the same time we don't know what's going on until we go ahead with the episodes. But the good thing is that Bojji already knows who we are talking about. We understand that Bojji knows that she is going to confront him somehow, and this is what's going to happen, so let's stay tuned and keep on watching. Then I'm happy because we could see what's under this shield of Desha. I mean, Desha is always confronting the other characters by being like rude, by not listening, etc, 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 but we also know that he also has a plan, he also has a mission, and he doesn't want to betray these ideals he has. So also in his case, he has to protect his soldiers because by checking the fact that he had another brother rather than Despa, and this brother was the commander of all these soldiers, I think that by fulfilling the promise he made to his brother, he doesn't want to give up about the underworld and the fact that they wanted to rebel about what happened. From this we understand that even Desha is against Miranjo, because he knows that Miranjo is the problem, and by trying to defeat her, they can also have a peaceful life by staying in the underground at this point, or, yes, as Despa wanted to tell him, by trying to steal the kingdom from her, but there's no match for him because Boggi is going to become the king. By telling us this, we understand that Despa already knows that Boggi is becoming the king. This is what has to be. By hearing what his brother Despa told him, Desha understood somehow thanks to Boggi's attacks, and also by looking at the reaction Boggi had in order to protect Gigan. I really liked that because Gigan, by understanding his background story, was ready to accept Boggi because Boggi was the only one giving him the importance that he should have had. Because previously Gigan and all the monsters like Gigan were treated as monsters, as creatures to torture and all these things. And those people who were torturing creatures like Gigan were human beings. So of course, Gigan didn't have the respect for them anymore and didn't support human beings anymore until he found a person like Boggi who is fragile, who is sensitive, who is loyal, who is even strong at this point, who showed him that no, I still can create a deep bond, a deep relationship with you. So let me be trusted by you. And in fact, Gigan trusted Boggi, or became loyal to Boggi, because instead of attacking him as much as he saw throughout all his existence, Boggi was the one who was protecting him, who was ready to defeat everyone who was against him, or he was ready to sacrifice his life to protect him. And after that huge and important sign that he gave Gigan then understood that that was worth it. I mean, that was worth it to stay on his side, just for the principles. So what he said later was simply beautiful, because he was saying to Boggi, his heart was his. That is the most important thing, because in the future maybe Gigan will be able to protect Boggi coming from the underground. And this is something amazing, because Boggi is collecting all friends that were not respected, that were not accepted, that were not understood. And this is awesome, because this is why he can become a different king. Also, Desha, by seeing the authority of Boggi, the way in which he was walking, the way in which he was shining in that moment, and after hearing what Despa said, he said, okay, he's not a match for me. I'm not a match for him, so it's better if I retreat. But the good thing is that even Desha was so proud to have Gigan next to him that he didn't want to leave it over there with Boggi. He still was struggling to have Gigan next to his side, and that was really good too, because we see even Desha has tears that are making you understand that even Desha somehow has a heart, and he wants to protect his men as much as he wants to have them by his side, because that's his world. So when he was retreating, he was taking Gigan with him, but Gigan was assuring Boggi that there was not a problem, because he will never betray him. So he has Gigan on his side no matter the place he's going, because the heart is what matters. And this was really awesome. Then another thing, Domas and Hokuro trying to say sorry to Boggi. Look, in this case, I agree with Boggi's reaction, because of course, if we put ourselves in Boggi's position, We know that we give lots of heart to people. We know that we are so kind to people. We know that we are so pure with the pure feelings, and we try to convey these pure feelings. We try to trust people as much as we can, and then we are betrayed. Of course, the reaction was simply good and simply true, and it makes you understand that Boji is a true person who is trying to understand his feelings more and more, and it takes time to understand them. So I definitely understand that he wanted to run away. He didn't want to forgive them, but at the same time the answer was not no. The answer was, give me time to process it. I don't want to forgive you now, but that doesn't mean that this moment will never come. And now it's Doma's duty, or even Hokuro, even if it's not his duty principally, to prove Boji that he can forgive them, that he can be sure that they are loyal to him now and forever. So I think that thanks to this time in between, Domas and Hokuro will have the proper chances to show Boji that they are still loyal to him. And Hokuro, I really admire him because he decided to stay on Doma's side even if he was not the culprit, even if he didn't do anything mean, even if he was not guilty at all, but he decided to stay on Doma's side, even maybe to repay him for all the training he did to him, or also because he saw Doma's in a difficult situation and he didn't want to leave him alone. Because for Hokuro, it was really easy to say, look, Boji, I was not there at that time, I didn't know anything, and it was really easy for him to redeem himself or to detach himself from everything that happened because Doma's was the real culprit here. But he's accepted the fact that Boji thinks that even Hokuro is the problem, and by having his clean consciousness, he is ready to demonstrate to Boji in the future that he is completely loyal to him. But I like that Hokuro decided not to leave Domas alone. This makes you understand how Hokuro is simply great. I wanted to spend some great words to Kage too, because Kage, by being a darkness itself, is saying, I don't want Boji to feel all this hatred inside him, because maybe even this hatred can give some food to the demon inside him. So Kage did the best thing by trying to make Boji smile, by trying to let him space out and think about something else in that moment. And this was really awesome, as one more time, Kage is representing the best friend, the friend that we can count on. The fact that he is also introducing himself by being Boji's friend, the friend who saved Boji in the moment in which Domas decided to push him underground. I really like Kage, and I think that without him, I want to say it once again, this story would have been different, and I'm so happy that he's staying on Boji's side, trying to let Boji understand what's good to do. Even if this is something antithetical, because it's coming from darkness, it's coming from Kage, and not from another person. Hokuro could see how Boji feels great together with him, and how grateful Hokuro is to Kage, because he's staying next to Boji. As much as a healing, when she discovered that Kage helped Boji throughout all that time, she was feeling really grateful to him. So Kage will have a definite and important position for Boji's life, but also for the kingdom in the future. It's the right shoulder of Boji, so if you want to accept Boji, automatically you have to accept Kage, because it's his right shoulder. At the end, guys, we saw that Oken is releasing the demon that is inside him. This is a bad sign, of course, but at the same time Boji is ascending this underground, he is going up again, so maybe there is the chance that Boji can reach Despa, or there is a reason or a way in which Boji can reach them, so Oken will confront Boji. Yeah, now I understand the sentence, he is a natural enemy of Boji, because even inside Boji there is a demon, and we shouldn't forget about this. So, demon against a demon, they can be natural enemies, that's right. Maybe this match, this fighting that is about to happen between Oaken and Boggy can be really useful also for Boggy too, because maybe Despa can see somehow this demon that is inside Boggy and it's creating lots of stuff. Let's see. Now it's becoming even more interesting than before. Stay tuned and keep on watching, guys, because next week I come back with episode 17 of Ranking of Kings. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Bye, guys. See you in the next video.